Alright, this is the 5R44E/4R44E transmission rebuild, or pretty much just a repair. What I do have here is two transmissions. Basically what happened is one transmission on me, which is the one here, which is the 5R44E. I was driving, basically the tail end section of the transmission had some issues with the bushing. Long story short, the back end broke off. The drive shaft fell off on the freeway. So I went ahead and bought this transmission, which was the only one I could find at the time for the truck I had, which was this one was off of a 2000 Ford Ranger, which landed up being a 4R55E. The difference between the two transmissions is on the 5R55E there's going to be a couple additional sensors. I think you can see one here. Yeah, right here is going to be one of those sensors. There's also one here towards the back. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but that one's right here. Anyway, this transmission here, as you can see, doesn't have those, doesn't have a place for those. And the reason for that is because, they integrated an electrical overdrive system, in 2003, which on a lot of forums you're going to hear people tell you the 4R55E won't work unless you change out wiring harnesses, computer, etc. That just didn't seem to be true in my case. The transmission did burn up pretty quick, but it did run for a while. It actually ran pretty good for a little bit. Considering the transmission itself had 170,000 miles, it did really, really good. So this is basically what I'm in the process of doing now, is switching out the gear packs from this one because it had less mileage. It was working fine. This one, all the clutch packs, eventually burned up, and this one already had a lot of mileage. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the repair on it. As you can see right now, I have a lot of it already. This one's already bare bones. This one I'm getting close to there. You can still see a clutch pack there that I still need to replace. Take out a little bit of a snap ring right there, and get this project over with. I do recommend, if you're gonna work on these, that you look into replacing possibly some of the O-rings, and also you're gonna run into this is the O-ring I'm talking about. Mine's good actually, but these kind of wear out, especially with age and time. The bands here are pretty good, as you can see. Right here on the valve bodies, there's a gasket here, upper and a lower gasket. They're really, really cheap. They blow out really, really frequently. If you're working on one, they tend to get damaged. So my advice is at least get a valve body gasket, real cheap. Sometimes can save your transmission if you're already having problems and you're at the point to where you're not trying to do this. You get what I'm saying? You're trying to possibly on the vehicle itself, you can go ahead and get underneath your truck, your Explorer, your Ranger, your Mazda, pull off the pan right in here, pull the pan off, take off the bolts for this valve body, which is right here. You're going to see a gasket right here. The gasket itself's like $10. I mean, you could probably get the filter, the gasket, and a few other odds and ends for $30, and have yourself a good service transmission. It's probably recommended to do it at a certain mileage. Anyway, this is where I'm at. I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on, and try to give you a better video and descriptions in the future.